And
Wait,
just when we thought the smoke had settled with the whole Young Thug Gunner indictment coming through, we found out just moments ago, right, that the 2015 shooting involving Lil Wayne's tour bus is reportedly mentioned in the 88-page indictment against Young Thug Gunner and 26 others handed down, earlier this week. Now, pretty much saying that Young Thug was, prominent and orchestrating things that happen with the YSL street gang, which I think stands for Young Slime Life. Now, according to the New York Times, prosecutors pointed out a man that shot the tour bus as Jimmy Winfrey, also known as PeeWee Roscoe, and they actually tied him to the YSL Young Slime Life gang. Now, Winfrey is also in part of the indictment. He is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now, at the time of the tour bus shooting, Young Thug and Birdman were listed as co-conspirators, though they were never charged. Right now, it could have been that he didn't give them up, but it seems like that Georgia out there, they are trying to put pieces together in this particular case, and it's not looking good. Now, the current RICO cases alleges that YSL is a blood-affiliated criminal street gang that has participated in murder, armed robbery, obstruction of justice, witness tampering, and a plot to kill YFN Lucci while the rapper was behind bars. Now, Thugger was taken into custody on May the 9th, shortly after the feds, right? The feds raided his home and booked him in the Fulton County Jail. Now, he appeared in court Tuesday. The video's out there. You guys can see it right there. He was actually in court. And, at the time, they are not trying to set a bond. Now, his lawyer argued during the arraignment of his charges that he should get a bond, and the judge said she pretty much doesn't have the authority right now to give him a bond. Now, they are being charged with a boatload of charges, which include racketeering, influence, and corruption organization, which is the RICO Act, and participating in criminal street activity. Meanwhile, Gunner actually surrendered to authorities Wednesday, which is today, May 11th. He is charged with one count of conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corruption Organizations RICO Act. Young Thug's charges are much more serious, as I noted yesterday on the podcast, than Gunner's. But attorney Brian Steele, which is Young Thug's attorney, insists that his client is innocent and vows to fight to the last blood, to his last tear, to clear his client's name. Now, Young Thug's father actually did an interview with one of the Atlanta stations down there, and he said that, look, YSL is not a gang, it's a business. And he himself said he is going to fight until he has nothing left for his son. Now, they're looking at a lot of time in prison. Each count holds another serious charge. So we're not even going to get into the numbers right now. We know that it's definitely football numbers, but I think it's substantial now that they're talking about the 2015 tour bus shooting. And they actually, the guy that was arrested for and charged, and he actually, I think he was released on a technicality. They're saying that he was actually a part of the YSL gang. This is crazy. And again, they said that Birdman was a co-conspirator. Now, if you guys remember the whole thing, Birdman and Wayne, they had a little separation. They had a little beef at one point. It looks like they patched things up. So I don't want to believe that Birdman had anything in the world to do with trying to get Lil Wayne killed. But we know Wayne and Thugger do not like each other. So we're just going to fall back and wait till things are sorted out with the law down there before we make a definitive answer on this. But right now, it looks like Georgia, the police, the state police, the sheriffs down there have tied the shooter to the YSL street gang. If that's the case, it doesn't look good. If that's the case, and then they're saying a Young Thug is the leader, it doesn't look good. Now, remember, I want everybody to remember these men, all of these men, right, are innocent until proven guilty. I don't want anyone to think that they're guilty of this. Now, we know that, when these RICO indictments come, whether it be federal, state, whatever, that don't really matter at the end of the day. they're coming with a strong case. Now, I seen a lot of people in the comment section yesterday saying he has a chance. Of course, I mean, everybody has a fighting chance, but that chance is probably like a 5 or 10% chance. How would you like it? If you had, they say, all right, you can go through this tunnel and you got a 5% chance of making it out. The odds are stacked against you. I'm not voting against these guys and nothing like that, right? I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. All I'm saying is, when you look at history, history suggests that you're going to have a lot of snitches and you're going to have probably people at some point in time taking a plea deal. It might not be right away. It might not even be this year, but at some point in time, you'll probably have, these guys taking a plea deal. You got 3 murders on the books here. You got a lot of different crimes on the books. Now, the murder that happened in 2015, they're not saying that Young Thug actually did it. They're saying that Young Thug actually rented the car. So, we're going to have to wait to see. Anytime these kind of cases come up, you got to kind of wait to see. You can't just look at surface indictments, surface this, surface that, people getting locked up and things like that. You got to kind of just fall back, relax, and see what happens. Now, we've seen a lot of rappers who have, had similar things. Cases have disappeared. I'm not going to name their names right now, but one day we'll get to it. I don't think this is going anywhere. Now, there's a fear. A lot of people are talking about maybe there's other rappers that might be coming down on this indictment, and I'm not going to put that news out there until it's current. I'm responsible in the way that I move. A lot of people are throwing other rappers' names out there. I'm not going to do that until official word comes down, from my sources, and it could be confirmed, man. So, what do you guys think in the comment section, man? They're trying to say that there's a connection between the shooter of Lil Wayne's tour bus in 2015 and the YSL street gang, the Young Slime Life street gang, which they're calling it. Young Thug's father says that it's a business. We're going to see very, very soon. It's your brother, Old God, man. Hip Hop News Uncensored. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Hey, man, smash that like button if you enjoyed the content. If you want to help out, I ain't asking for Cash App. I'm asking for hitting that like button, and I'm asking that you share the video, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, and make sure you guys subscribe, man. Hit that button.
From the outside looking in, I know everything looking sweet, but there's some struggles and some pain you can't see. It's been hard on me, not to mention all them nights with no sleep, trying to figure out how the fuck we gon' eat. Now we finally